you saw from the video's title today, I'm going to be walking you guys through my personal work from home space. As those of you who know me know, I will be wrapping up my maternity leave here in the next few weeks, which means that I will be going back to work. Going back to work means that with social distancing still in place, I will be working from home until who knows when. So what does that mean for me? That means that I have to try to do my best to make sure I stay productive and functional while I'm at home. And while I did work from home the last few weeks of my pregnancy, I knew I had the option to go into the office if I needed to. Now that I'm home with 2 babies, the distractions are probably gonna be a little higher, so I have to make sure that I stay productive and focused as best as possible. And I've tried to make sure that what I have organized in this room will help me accomplish exactly that. So if you're interested in knowing how I've created my own personal functional workspace, stay tuned and stay with us as I give you a tour of my workspace in true work from home fashion with a cute top, leggings, and some slippers. Welcome to my workspace. So as you can see, this room is really pretty much dedicated to all things me. Occasionally the husband will step in here, but for the most part, this is all me. So just really quick, I guess, a little tour. We have the back wall set up for my shoes and some purses. We have my cell phone cases set up there, perfumes, some candles, and then just some other cute little things that I like to keep up. The next area I have is where I get ready. So you can see I have an area for my brushes, mirrors, hair tools, and then just other products for face and hair. And then of course the reason you are here today, which is my workstation. We have baby girl's little bouncy chair. We have the hubby's second half of his closet. And then I have this little blackboard that I'm using for my ideas for videos, but I'm anticipating that I'll end up using this for important reminders once I actually get started for work. So as you can see, I have my monitor set up. This is the monitor that I primarily use once I am mirroring my laptop. The monitor itself is for my personal computer, which is how it is currently set up right now, which is the reason that you're seeing Thiago's amazing smiling face right now. I use this for video editing when I want to see the image on a larger monitor as well. Okay, so as I sit, we will go through what we have set up on this computer. So as I mentioned, we use this for work and for personal. So you'll see items for both things while we are going through this. I guess let's get started. So the first thing are these little hidden items in the back. So you'll notice that I have a wired mouse, and then we also have a USB hub. The wire connected mouse is actually for my work laptop. The wireless mouse that I have set up over here is actually for my personal computer use. This doesn't connect to my work laptop, so of course I have a wired mouse for that. The USB hub is actually where I connect that mouse into. And then I also connect my headset, which I'll talk about in a bit. And I'm actually not sure what that third connection is for. Anyhow, that is ultimately what I use it for, is just to connect the multiple connections into my work laptop. Now, Sil, why don't you just connect everything directly into your laptop? Well, I have a limited number of USB connections that I can use, and because we do have wireless mouse and keyboards at work, I do have a USB connection already in that, so that takes up one space, and because they're tiny, which I'll show you in a bit, I don't want to take it out and then lose it, so that's ultimately why. We have my monitor, which I already talked to you guys about. It is a longer monitor. I think it's 20 inches maybe, I'm not sure. But I love that I'm able to just blow everything up on here from my work laptop. Easy visibility, and then of course I can have multiple windows open without compromising any of the actual data that I'm looking at or any of the actual information that I'm looking at. I talked about the keyboard and the mouse. Both of those are wireless and they are intended for the use on my personal computer. I do have these wrist rests that I got from Amazon just to help with my crappy wrists, because I'm fairly certain I have started to develop carpal tunnel, so a little uncomfortable. this little doohickey thing here, this connects to my work headset. So what does this do exactly? I'm able to mute my line, I'm able to disconnect calls, and then I'm able to lower and raise volume using this little thing. So it's kind of nice to have this and be able to just quickly be able to do those things without having to navigate my mouse through my monitors to get that done. So very, very efficient. This next thing that I have here, and let me prop up my phone so I can show it to you guys, is just on the topic of the headsets. So I have the headsets. Propping you up didn't work. So we have two different headsets that I have here on my headset stand. The first one is my Beats. These are for my personal use. My work did not give these to me. Now, why do I use my Beats? So, multiple reasons. For work reasons, if I'm needing to focus on a project, if I'm doing something where I need absolute concentration with no distractions, assuming my husband is home, of course, I will have him watch the kids and I will throw these on, and because they are noise canceling, I will throw up the volume and then let nothing distract me at that point. So that is why I have Beats. That is why I use my Beats. It's just a way for me to actually get work done. Additionally, what I'll do is when I'm video editing, if it's late at night, I will take my Beats, and that's how I listen to what I'm editing, so that I don't wake anybody up, just because I'll tend to do that later at night because that's when the kids are asleep. So that's what my Beats are for. The next thing you'll see here on my headset stand is my headset from work. So pretty simple, but very effective for what we need it for. I got the headset stand from Amazon, and I got that just because it's a lot easier to prop them up on something. I was trying to do this, but it was annoying and it was just in the way, and oftentimes if I was trying to move something to look at it, what would end up happening is that then it would just fall over. So I invested, I think it was like $8 into this thing, I'll link it below, to help me organize my space, and it is pretty brilliant actually. So I'll throw this up here, and then I have my headsets propped up. They do have more expensive ones if you want. I think they have some where you can connect USBs into it, you can charge your phones, but for what I needed it, this is literally like perfect. So moving on. I have my actual work laptop. Like I mentioned, we have this small little connection that we use for our keyboards and our mice, and so that's why I needed my USB hub. But that's essentially what that is. When I need to, I will pull open my monitor screen, and then when I do that, I'm able to use not only this monitor but this one as well. When I do leave this open, it's usually for like email, or if it's just something that I need constantly up that I don't need or want to be moving around, so I'll just do that here. Over here, this little corner in the back, so I have this cool little pen that I got from Costa Rica. I just thought it was cool memorabilia to keep up for me. And then I have an actual jar that houses a lot more of my other pens, some markers, a highlighter, and as you can probably see, a crochet needle. And then I have my little speaker in the back. So I have my headset and my speaker. My speaker I'll actually use more often, and the reason for that is because anyone who knows me knows I love to listen to true crime podcasts. So I'm able to keep that actually on without necessarily compromising my ability to hear the kids screaming in the background. So yeah, so that's that back corner. Over here, and I moved this earlier trying to adjust the headsets, is my Erin Condren Life Planner. So as you guys know from a previous video, I shared with you guys how much I love this thing. As my work day approaches, I'm trying to make sure I keep myself organized with important dates that are coming up, and that is why this is here right now. I just want to make sure I can quickly be able to grab a pen, write down what I need to write down, and then have it written in here. This thing here comes with the planners. It's a bookmark that doubles as a ruler, so it's kind of neat. And then of course my pen. Anyone who knows me knows I love colorful pens, so don't be surprised that you see a bunch of those just laying around. And then this area up here. Ooh, coffee break. Okay, so I propped you guys up for this next section just because it's easier this way. So first things first, I guess, just to get them organized, are these guys. So this here is actually a pair of blue light filter glasses. Super cute, very functional. I got them from Keys, Australia. So they're all a clear lens, but they're super adorable. I love these things. How cute are these? The next thing that you're gonna see on here is, well, let's go from the right to the left again to keep things consistent. Okay, so to continue, we'll start from the bottom and then work our way to the back. So the first things you see here are just a pair of iPod, an iPod Pro case. This is my husband's, but occasionally I will steal them, and that is why they are here. The next thing you'll see here is also from a previous video. As you remember, if you watched it, is just my memory card holder. Like I said, I like to edit videos in here as well, which means that as I'm finishing through things or as I'm organizing things, the memory cards go back in this case. Another thing that you're going to notice is also from a previous video is this little guy right here, and that is my wireless charger. I think I might have mentioned that I like to use this to prop up and I'm able to watch videos or watch YouTube as I'm charging my phone, and here I go. So that is why I can charge things as I watch. And then the other thing you'll notice is this guy here, which is my P-Touch Cube, and it is a label maker. Love this thing. And then of course, if you move out, I have my coffee, which is just sitting there so that I can drink as needed. And in the back, I have this thing here that my husband got me last year for Valentine's Day. So it is intended, I think, as a business card holder, but I don't have business cards for work. So I use it here, and then I just propped up one of our wedding pictures. But this is this cute little gift that he got. So that pretty much covers it for the items that are visible on top of my workspace. But there are a few things that I do keep out of view just for cluttering purposes, or decluttering, I should say, to keep it looking a little more clean. So there's two drawers that I actually use from my Alex drawers that I dedicate for my work items. The first one is this one down here, and I have just a plain notebook here. Because I'm not going to be going directly back into the office after quarantine, I went and I bought a new one just to be able to take notes as we have meetings. So that is in here. My life planner will also go in here once I'm done using that today. And then this one on top has a few other items that I use. This one is generally the one that's left open when I'm actually working from home, just because I did get to work from home a couple weeks before I delivered and went on maternity leave. So this first one is just a sticky note dispenser. So that's what this is. I have a Mophie juice pack, which I keep up here. And this is just because sometimes my wireless charger disappears. So I'm able to just use this and connect my phone to it to charge when I need to. I have extra sticky notes right here for the dispenser. This bucket list box was a birthday gift. Thank you, Belen. I keep it here just because anytime I have ideas or anything inspirational, I will literally come in here and grab one of these and just write it down and then keep it or put it up somewhere. So that, hi. I will grab something from here and then write it down and then just keep it somewhere where I can see it. So it's been really nice to have something like this that's not necessarily just work related, but more, especially as I'm doing more YouTube videos where I'm inspired by something I see, I can grab this, make a note of it, and then get back to it later. The other thing that I have are these line sticky notes. There's no necessarily real purpose to them other than they're lined and these aren't. So that's what that is. Moving on towards the back, I have chalk markers, and these chalk markers are intended for that blackboard that I showed you guys in the beginning. So that's what this is. The actual board itself, I think, only holds like 2 if I have the eraser up there with it. So I only have green and white up there right now, but whenever I feel super colorful, I'll come and switch them out and then just add more color to the board. And then the last thing that I have in here is this to-do list pad. And so this is just a really quick way to be able to write down something and make sure that I get it done for the day. I'm really big on writing things down just to make sure that I get them done, and I find such a satisfaction to be able to check things off as I get them done. So this list really just gives me something to feel like I actually accomplished something at the end of the day, because I'm able to look to see what I had to do and then actually be able to say, okay, I accomplished it. So it's a very accomplishing feeling using this pad. The other things that aren't as visible, oh look, a coworker. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so down here, like I had mentioned, a little less visible. So I have a keyboard, and in the back I have a wireless mouse that I use on my MacBook. So this connects to my MacBook, and that's the only real reason that I use that one for. And then this one over here, the keyboard, I actually connect to my work laptop. On the right side, I have my life planner from 2019. And why would I have that over here? Because I will use this to go back and look at previous dates for whether it's important meetings, appointments that I had, anything of the sort. Like I said, I like to track just about everything that I do in this thing. So I keep it handy just for the previous year. Once 2021 comes along, I'll put 2020 here, and then this one will get retired with my other life planners. Over here on the side, on top, I have documents from my leave. So I'm just keeping those handy, and I'm keeping those out just for quick and easy access. And then this box down here is actually just cards. So they're like get well cards, happy birthday cards, congratulations cards, things of the sort. It's just if I need something, I can quickly grab it, and then I have that for whatever occasion I need. This is basically it. Nothing super fancy, nothing super special, but super functional, at least for what I do. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Other than that, don't forget to let me know if you guys liked this video by hitting the like button and subscribing before you head out. And I will see you guys in my next video.